Hello students, welcome to MGC Learning. In the subject of Information Technology for Commerce for Standard 12th, we are learning the 8th part of the chapter Computerized Accounting with GST. In today's session, we will be studying some orders, invoices and the inventory reports. In the previous session, we saw how to work with inventory, entering the stock items, the quantity and the rate in the sales and the purchase voucher. Now next, let's see how to create a purchase order and a sales order with the inventory items. A purchase order, in the bracket I have specified PO. It's a short form for purchase order. It is a commercial document which is issued by a buyer to a seller. Buyer to a seller, remember that, indicating the types, quantities and the agreed prices for the products and the services. It is used to control the purchasing of products and services from external suppliers. It is a non-accounting inventory voucher. Purchase order is a non-accounting inventory voucher. Usually, the buyer prepares a purchase order. It should include the purchase order number, that is a bill number associated with that order, the shipping date, the billing address, shipping address, the product request, quantity and the price, and any other information which is required to complete the order. So the purchase order entry is done by the following steps in any accounting software. The purchase order, how it is prepared. These are the some of the example steps. So after creating a company, or if you already have a company, you can open it and then start. So after opening a file or a company, you have to change a few settings in the accounting softwares to put on the purchase order screen. It is normally off by default. If you want to pass an entry in the purchase order, then you have to put this setting to yes, then only your purchase order screen will be visible to you. So put the setting on and then you have to proceed. So the first step is select the inventory vouchers, and in that you have to have selecting the purchase order option. There is sales order, sales invoice. So in the inventory vouchers, put on the purchase order option to view the order voucher creation screen. Next, enter the order number and the date. Then enter the party's account name. This is a sundry creditor's name. Select the stock item name to be ordered, an item or the item names. Then enter the quantity of the item as required, how much. Enter the rate of the item. The amount will be calculated automatically. And finally, you have to save it. These are the possible steps for creating a purchase order in the accounting software. Opening the file, opening the purchase order, put the number, date, the party's name, and then you have to enter all the stock items with the quantity and the rate. So after feeding all the details, see this the print of it looks like this with all the details. This is issued by a buyer to a seller for ordering the products. There is the name of the firm and this is the supplier. Okay, for example, the order number is there, date is there, the supplier's reference number is there. If you have dispatch through and the destination where it is terms of delivery, this also you can put. Okay, then the description of goods is given. 10 pieces of laptops are purchased. it's due on 4th October. 5 pieces of tablets are purchased on, due is on again 4th October. So this is the due date. This is the quantity. Per piece rate is 25,000. So of 10 pieces, it will calculate and give you. And of both the pieces, it will be added and it will here give you the final total at the end of the bill. So of 15 pieces, this is the respective amount, 3,25,000. Okay, and here it is given in the figures. If you have stamp signatures, you can put it here. So this is the invoice example. It looks somewhat like this. The sales order next. A sales order is generated by the company itself. It's your sales order. So your company is generating it to keep a track of the items to be sold with their details of due date, quantity, rate, amount, etc. It may be for products or services also. Sales order is issued by a business or a sole trader to a customer. So it is issued by a business to a customer. Given the wide variety of businesses, the orders can be fulfilled in several ways. This is also a non-accounting inventory voucher. A sales order should record the customer's originating purchase order, which is an external document. So sales order is an order placed by a customer for the delivery of specified goods at a given price. Understood? It's an order placed by a customer for the delivery of specified goods at a given price and at a predetermined time. The due date is important here and it confirms the terms of a transaction between a buyer and a seller. The sales order is done by the following steps like this. Change the settings in the company accounting software when you are creating a company. The same how I have explained in the purchase order. Either you create a new company or use the existing file which is there in your accounting software. Okay, to then change the settings first because this option also by default is set to no. So you have to put on the sales order features to yes and then proceed with the creation. Then after opening the company, open the inventory voucher, same. And earlier we had opened the purchase order. Now it will be the sales order in this case. So from inventory vouchers, sales order you have to opt for to view the sales order voucher screen. Then create or select the customer's name. You will be creating, or if the customer is older whom you have sold to earlier also, then that ledger will be already created as the sundry debtors group that you will have to select. So either you can create or you select the customer's name. Then enter the order number and the date. Select the stock items, the item or the items which you have names, then select the go down. This step also is optional. See, I have marked an asterisk here. This and this is optional. Okay, so if you have multiple go downs, you can select the go down or the warehouse if you have created it earlier. Then enter the due date for the delivery of the items. This helps in monitoring the outstandings of the delivery of items. So you have to enter the due date, then enter the quantity of the item and the rate. Amount will be calculated automatically. And finally, the narration you have to enter. This is optional. It is just for your reference. User can give some particulars about the order if required. And then we will see an output of the sales order. This is issued by a trader to a customer. Okay, so here it will be written sales order, the name, who is issuing, invoice to whom, that's the customer's company name, the order number, date, the buyer's reference, and the description of the goods as usual. See here, two charges are extra, the freight charges and other levies. So here if you mention the percentages, these will be calculated on this amount and it will be specified here and it will be added to the grand total. So just specify the percentages here. Discount also, percentage if you specify, or if calculated amount also if you have directly, you can specify it here. So just give the percentage and the calculation will be done. GST also, the slab percentage, what type of goods you are. According to that, the slab percentage will be specified. That will be given here and that amount will be calculated and added to the grand total. So this is about the sales order. Here your inwards amount chargeable will be described and here you can sign and give it. So this is about the sales order, how it looks. Now after these orders and they are making with entries, next let's check the various inventory reports generated in the accounting softwares. Inventory reports should detail out every single transaction with respect to stock summary, go down summary, and the stock aging. These all things are important for making decisions in future regarding your stock. So all these reports should be detailed out. So first report is the stock summary. It is a statement of the real-time stock in hand on a particular day. It provides information on stock items such as quantity, rate, opening and the closing value of stock items. The quantity, rate and the opening and closing value. All these are shown here. You can understand the movement of a particular item day on day or the month wise or for any selected period. Now here say stock summary is shown. This is for 1st April. So in the month of April it is shown stock wise. 120 numbers of Bajaj wet grinders are sold at this rate. This is the value. Okay, this is the monthly summary. Here if you press enter on this, it will show you more details about it. Okay, weekly, how much you sold, how much is in, how much is out. That report will be shown. So you can understand the movement of a particular item for a selected period. A clear view of the purchase and sales orders outstanding. This helps you further decide on the next steps to improve the cash flow in your business. So this report helps you to know the available stock quantity, the pending sales and the purchase orders, and how much stock is available for supplying to your customers. Final, it will be updated and shown. So if you go in deep, press enter over here, it will show you the in and the out quantities, and final how much is remaining, that will be updated here. So that is the stock summary, statement of the real time stock in hand on a particular day. Next is stock transfers register. You can say stock journal register also. It displays the list of all the stock journal vouchers to make stock adjustments. For example, to record any increase or decrease in stock due to shortage, wastage, or to record inter-go down transfers of stock, it is used, assembling and disassembling. And it reflects the status of go down by stock also. So here it shows you the stock journal of ABC company for this period month wise. Okay, so that is the stock. It displays the list of all the stock journal vouchers to make stock adjustments. Third report is physical stock register. This register records the actual stock of a particular stock item. In the inventory books, the actual balance of stock in hand as on the date of voucher entry is shown. The difference in stock is automatically added as inwards or outwards as the case may be. So this register summarizes all the stock adjustments made during the reporting period. Fourth one is location or go down summary report. This is optional. Only if you put the settings warehouse to on and you pass the various stock item entries in the respective go downs, then only this report will be updated. So in case your company has multiple warehouses, locations, go downs, then only this report will be seen after entries. So this report shows the summary of the stock for each go down with the closing balance. How much stock is there in each go down. By default, you get a consolidated view of the stock you have been maintaining in the go downs. It shows you the detail and the condensed format of the reports. If you see the condensed format, it will show you only these bold uh, headings which will be there, and this is the detail format. If you press enter on warehouse P, it will show you item A and B are there in warehouse P, whereas item B is in warehouse Q. A is absent. So in which go down you have what items and how many, that consolidated view it shows you in this. If you want monthly report, it shows you the stock item levels in the monthly report also. Sorry, with the inward and the outward details. And the closing balance of the selected stock items are also shown in the particular go down. So this was about the go down or the summary report. It's all updated automatically. And last one is the stock aging analysis report. This report helps you to analyze the age of your stock by organizing the value and the quantity per item into the aging periods. This overview can be used to evaluate and decide on future stock levels of slow and fast moving items. See, here it is shown, the all the stock items are listed here, their expiry date if it is mentioned, the total quantity, okay, what is the age beyond 45 days up to 45 to 90, 90 to 180 days, okay. According to this, it shows you the age of the stock, how new it is or how old it is. The slow and the fast moving item levels also you can predict. And the most common stock aging analysis involving determine the aging of the product on the basis of date of purchase when you had bought it. However, we can prepare aging reports on expiry date of stock also. So this helps to identify any expired stock and how many units have what time remaining until expiry. According to that, we are going to sell it. So how many stock items or units are remaining until expiry to dispose them faster. All these things are shown to you in the stock aging analysis report. This was about some of the inventory reports. There are many others which give you the more or less the same information in detail. These are the 5 important ones which give you a clear summary or the picture of the inventory. You can print all these reports. There is a print option. You can print the reports for detailed analysis and to make quick decisions. They also help you to compare reports between different companies and periods of the financial year and so on. You can compare the last year's and the this year's stock ratio, how much it has increased or decreased. So to prepare for the next year accordingly. So we have mostly covered all the information on the inventory in accounting softwares in the previous and today's session. How to create, how to make entries, and how to check the reports. More details will be covered in the forthcoming practical sessions. Thank you.